These are the 14 ministers from the last 2 elections. Now I want you to guess, how many of them aren't YouTube ranks? 4. Just 4. Only 4 out of the 14 ministers weren't already top creators. Now, we've known that the minister election is a popularity contest for quite some time, but what if it didn't have to be that way? This is where the Underdog campaign comes in. What is an Underdog campaign? I mean, let's think about it. Compared to the average player's the underdog, not me. But that's the thing. I'm not competing against average players. I'm competing against the best of the best. And against them, I'm the underdog. Now, being a self-imposed underdog is cool, but having actual substantial perks is even better. With this in mind, I'm proposing 2 perks, just in case the first one doesn't pan out. Speaking of the first, I call it pet nicknaming. Pets are something that Skyblock players become well acquainted with very early on in their Skyblock playthrough, and with this addition, players would unlock another layer of cosmetic freedom. Now, how exactly would this work? Well, upon reaching Taming 50, players can visit Cat, who will have a new button that allows them to add nicknames for their max level pets. Now, as a disclaimer, these nicknames would have the same filter system as main lobby pets. Additionally, players would not be able to nickname a pet as the name of another pet. An example, naming a golden dragon, Jade Dragon. On top of that, to prevent any potential scamming, these nicknames would not be visible in trade menus, the auction house, item frames, player profiles, and the /show command. So yeah, in essence, this would be a minor cosmetic addition. And while insignificant, I think minister perks should really be just that, insignificant. We're ministers after all, not mayors. Now, if this perk/feature were to be rejected by the admins for being too large, I do have a backup perk, which I'm calling Underdog's Hustle. Or Undercat's Hustle, you'll see. Upon logging in for the day, Elixir, the alchemist feline, will splash you with the Underdog Hustle effect, which grants 5 Universal Wisdom and 5 Magic Find for 30 minutes, which cannot be extended with Parrot, Potion Affinity Talisman, or Alchemy level. My goal with this perk is to not only encourage players to log on and play for a little each day, but also give them the courage to take on daunting grinds where they're the underdog, even if it's just for 30 minutes a day. Now, as much as I'd love for these perks to be implemented, there's a strong chance that we'll fall short of making the top 3, which would not grant us a custom perk. However, that doesn't mean we don't have the ability to make a big impact, as ministers ranked 4 through 7 can still pick a preset perk, and the one I'm eyeing is Jerry's Statspocalypse perk. This perk would grant a plus 10% buff to most major stats, and it would be utterly ridiculous with all the buffs we already have for Mayor Aura, and I'm really hoping I can be the one to choose it for the players. And that's about it. There appears to be a 4th minister election as well, so if we fall short in the 3rd, not all hope is lost. Regardless, I hope I've done enough to convince you to vote for me, and I'll see you later.